Funky Sheila, man. What happened to her, man? Yeah. Sometimes, like, as I get older, I find myself reflecting, you know what I mean, like looking back and stuff like that, you know, like just reflecting on things. And like, as I get older, I find myself like, things that never used to offend me before have started to offend me now. Like, the other day I was watching some reruns of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. You know? And back in the day, I used to love The Fresh Prince, right? But nowadays, I find myself agreeing more and more with Uncle Phil, you know? Like, that Will Smith, man, he's fucking living rent-free. You better shut the fuck up, you know? That's big man talk, isn't it? You know what I mean, you know? But the thing that annoyed me recently, right, was that, like, I don't know if you heard about this, there was this, like, US pharmaceutical tycoon, and he bought the rights to manufacture a drug that's used to help to treat AIDS, all right? And he tried to jack up the price by 5,000%, man. 5,000%, man. That's some Montgomery Burns type shit, man, you know? Right? And like, I couldn't believe it, because like, originally the price of the drug was like $13.50 a pill, right? He tried to raise it up to $750 man, for a pill. You've got to be cold-blooded to see people desperate and scared and sick, you know what I mean, right? And then just think to yourself, cha-ching, yeah? And there was a picture of him on the internet, man, you know what I mean, you know, entrepreneur makes a killing on AIDS, like that, you know? And I was like, wow, that's terrible, man. Because I'm from London, and like, you know, there's a lot of Australians in London, you know? And I've seen how angry you guys get when you realize the markup on a violet crumble, man, you know? Serious things, you know? And even though I'm a conspiracy theorist, I don't want to believe that these big pharmaceutical companies have got like a cure for AIDS and they're withholding it. But I do believe they've got a cure for hay fever. You got any hay fever sufferers in here? Man, it's a bitch, ain't it, man? Jesus Christ, man. I mean, how are you gonna tell me, right, that I'm gonna suffer from the same shit during the same season, year in, year out, for the rest of my life, that you can't cure it? It's so predictable, even the weatherman can tell me when I'm gonna get it, man, you know? And they say that the reason why, like, you know, hay fever and allergies is on the rise is because of an increase in pollution, especially in major cities. But the thing that I hate about hay fever is that you display all the symptoms of a healthy cocaine addiction, but you just don't have the porn star fantasies to prove it, you know what I mean, you know? And I was suffering, man, really, really suffering this year, man. And while I was suffering, I was approached by an environmental charity to write a poem about, you know, greenhouse emissions and climate change, you know? And now I know that you guys out here, you've got your whole, Carmichael mind situation, right? And I know that, like, it's all, with all things, it's really complex, you know? But I tend to think that, like, sometimes man's creativity and his destruction can just go in the same route, you know? And like, as much as I know we all need jobs and, you know, we all need to make money, if there's no planet, man, what's the point in turning up to work, you know? So I wanted to write a poem that wasn't based on like the intricate politics of a situation, more based from what I would call the compassion and the humanity that I know that we all share. You know, so I was trying to sit down and, like, you know, reconnect with my rainbow serpent, right? Just sit down and just think about, you know what I mean, like the planet and how it feels, and, you know, and I must confess, you know, like when you got like hay fever, it's really fucking difficult to write about your love for Mother Nature when deep down you want to chop down every fucking tree in East London, man, you know? So this is the poem that I wrote that is basically called A Drop in the Ocean. If we can take one drop of water from one drop of rain, it creates one drop of disorder that charts a planet's pain. If we look within a single grain of sand, we can see the quickening desert that expands as it brings its own future plans and extinguishes all the land. The greenhouse emissions form grim tales for predictions. The hills have their own eyes as they realize the futility of our position. There's a futility in our expense. There's a futility in our pollution. There's an instability in our conclusions that offers no improvement on solution. Can we have a single molecule of oxygen that's uncorrupted by the toxicants? Isn't that the building block of our children's stock to be able to breathe air freely and not be coughing up? Can we chart a solitary snowflake, cast its carbon foot on Swan Lake? Yet the warning of global warming is only courted when the storms break. We only take heed when the typhoons hit, and the hurricanes blitz, and the sea levels rise, and fresh water runs dry. Amazon forests die, and landfill sites pass sky high, yet somewhere amidst all the lies you can hear Mother Nature cry. Don't forget that this planet has its own biological clock. Nothing lasts forever, so don't demolish the lot. If life is indeed to be treasured, then treasure what you got. For remember that all life started from just one precious drop. Thank you. Thank you very much.